week, a crude explosive detonated outside the U.S. Embassy in La Paz, Bolivia. 2 Marine Embassy guards were injured in the blast. 2 days later, a CIA asset in central Bolivia provided us with these images. Our analysts have identified the individual in the photo as DEA Special Agent Ricardo Ricky Sandoval, my friend. Sandoval has spent the last 6 years investigating the local cocaine industry. Our understanding is that Sandoval was the intended target of the bombing. What the embassy bomb did not accomplish was completed up close and personal. Sandoval was captured, tortured, and killed. Then his body was dumped. We have yet to recover it. Our target, the group responsible for the embassy bombing and the death of Special Agent Sandoval, is the drug trafficking organization commonly known as the Santa Blanca Cartel. Yesterday, they were just narcos. Today, they're narco-terrorists. Initially, the Bolivian government resisted the Mexican cartel. They formed UNIDAC, a Bolivian special forces unit. It didn't go as planned. Thousands of bodies later, politicians, police officers, and journalists have become an endangered species. The Bolivian government has imploded on itself. With no other options, the new president made a deal with Santa Blanca. You stop killing our people, we'll look the other way. Since then, Santa Blanca has turned Bolivia into the nexus of the South American drug trade. With their friends in Mexico, they also have a clear pipeline to the US and Canada. The only way to stop Santa Blanca for good is to completely dismantle them, piece by piece. The cartel is organized into 4 operations: production, smuggling, security, and influence. At the top of it all is El Jefe de los Jefes, boss of bosses, El Sueño.
I am not a liar. I have killed thousands. I have fed more drug fiends than the top 3 pharmaceutical companies combined. I have stolen children from parents, wives from husbands, wiped out entire generations. But lying, that I have never done. The rest are offenses against humanity. Lying is an offense against yourself. I am the head of the Santa Blanca organization, which you call a cartel. I had a dream. I dreamed of a land where we could grow our own coca, produce our own cocaine, where we could run our business free from interference from the police, the government, the army, the Yankees. In my dream, a woman's voice asked me,
Sueño, mijo, what if you had your own country?
like Moses, I led my people to the promised land, Bolivia. We came here. We bought the coca fields. What we couldn't buy, we took. We bought the police, the military, the judges, the politicians. We were on the verge of becoming the government itself, on the razor's edge from fulfilling my dream. Of creating a narco-state. The nation of Santa Blanca.
The agent they murdered. You knew him?
He was a friend of mine.
Sorry for your loss.
I could say it comes with a job, but it doesn't get any easier.
No, it doesn't. Guess you've been down here a while?
I've been living as Karen Bowman, international aid worker, for just about 5 years. means living rough, but as a cover, gets me out and about.
At least it comes with a chopper.
How'd you get in country? I flew in business class from Manaus. Hey, I'm refreshed and ready for work, right? I just hitched rides from Barranco, Peru. How about you?
I got on board a bus in Hui, Argentina, and drank all the way to Villazon. Nobody wants to deal with a drunk on the bus.
That explains why you smell like ass.
I heard rumors about you guys. I was a rookie field officer in Moscow when the coup went down. There was talk you were involved?
Nah, it must have been someone else. We were never there.
It's not every day you get to meet an urban legend in the flesh.
Huh, you should tell that to my kid. Maybe he'd listen when I tell him to take the trash out.
Is it hard being someone who doesn't officially exist?
You tell me, Karen Bowman, international aid worker.
I'm sure you've seen the horrible, fucked up shit humans are capable of when there are zero repercussions. But let me tell you right now, no matter how you compartmentalize, how you desensitize, you can't prepare for El Sueño. He's got a religious streak that rates pretty close to delusional. He's taken vows of poverty, chastity. If he's not in it for the chocha or the money, he's in it for the power. This joint task force is CIA, DEA, JSOC. I'm your resident spook for this ride. Welcome to Operation Kingslayer.
Our briefing said there'd be a contingent of locals.
The Qatar is 26. They're a group of rebels who've been giving Unidad and Santa Blanca some resistance. We'll meet their leader, Pakatari, as soon as we touch down. Bolivians have a long history of hating us Yankees, but this time, let's hope the enemy of my enemy will be my friend. But don't turn your back on him. I'm not going to.
Soldiers. This is the help you promised? That Sandoval promised? A single Yankee died, so you send a handful of soldiers. Hundreds of Bolivians have died from Santa Blanca's bullets. Where will my hundreds of soldiers come from?
As Americans, we aren't here, remember? These soldiers are the best covert ops team our country has to offer. With their help, you won't need hundreds of soldiers.
Are you familiar with the word Huber, Senora Bowman?
Meet Pakatari, leader of the resistance group Qataris 26. We will be working with the rebels to destabilize Santa Blanca's organization. They've been fighting Santa Blanca and corrupt Bolivian officials for nearly 6 years now. We'll need to coordinate targets.
There's no time for this. We have information on Amaru's whereabouts.
Amaru? You found him? Amaru is one of the founders of the Qataris 26.
More than that, our group is founded on his ideas. Without his theories of an agrarian proletariat, there would be no organized resistance against Santa Blanca and the corruption in our government. Amaru must be saved. If you were to assist my people, it would do much to earn my confidence.
Where is he?
We do not know exactly. We know he's in this province and that there is a Santa Blanca lieutenant who knows where he is.
I'll put a call into the activity, see if they can dig more intel out of the airwaves. Start looking for that lieutenant and keep me informed of everything via sat phone. Good hunting.
Saving Amaru is important to our cause, Yankee. Make sure you don't kill the Santa Blanca lieutenant before you get the chance to ask him questions.
I'm Sergeant Devil Dog Dave, and I bring you another campaign of Ghost Recon Wildlands. This is not Ghost Mode. Alright. So let's take a look at what has to happen here. We'll start with the structure of the cartel. El Sueño is the boss of bosses. He has 4 underbosses. Head of security is La Plaga. The underboss for influence, I'm sorry, the underboss is La Plaga. The head of security is El Muro. Then you have influence. The underboss is Ramon Feliz. The head of influence is El Cardenal. And over here in production, the underboss is La Gringa. And the head of production is El Yayo. And then in the smuggling division, you have underboss El Boquita. And the head of smuggling is the beauty queen herself, Nidia Flores. Then they each of these underbosses have 4 to 5 bouchons. Okay. And then we have a couple unknown influencers or pieces of personnel that are involved in this operation that are independent and work autonomously, and they'll be revealed as the game progresses. So, I am going to freelance the game, and I'm going to start by taking down all of security, and then I'm going to take down all of production, and then I'm going to take down all of the smuggling, and then all the influence, and then that'll leave El Sueño. It doesn't really change the game at all in how the game plays or how the Santa Blanca cartel, or the Sicarios, or the Unidad responds to you by taking out all the security or in doing it in the order in which I'm choosing to do it. But it's just for if I was to take down this cartel, that's where I'd start. Start with security. Then I'd shut down all the production. Now the smugglers are useless. Take out the smugglers, and then go after the influencers. And then go after El Sueño. But before we do that, maybe before I go into what I'm going to actually do, let's talk about what we're looking at here in each of these zones, these provinces. Like here, the game wants me to start in Itaqua, and it wants me to go after this first mission, Amaro's Rescue. Okay, I'm not going to do that. The rest of the intel strip over here on the left, oops, I'm sorry. Oops, sorry folks. Has Kingslayer files. There's 10 of those. Okay, we'll pick those up as we go. There are 6 missions. We don't know what they all are yet. Okay. We have... Fuck. Getting too overzealous here. We have province content, like weapons cases, weapons accessory cases, skill points, bonus medals. That all goes towards this here. The skill tree. Okay? Skill and that we're going to build out as we go through the game. Alright? This is where we will change our weapons in and out. Tier 1 mode. I will not do Tier 1 mode. I am messing around with Tier 1 mode for the first time in a different campaign, but I'm not going to make it part of this campaign for the viewers. I don't want this to be a grind like Ghost mode was. I want this to be a little bit more fun and freelancing. So, all right. So let's get back to the map. So like I said, the game wants me to start here, but I'm not going to start here. I'm actually going to go to a neutral province and clear it. Let me go up here. Montipunco. How do I know it's neutral? Because there's no bouchons that are designated as the controllers for Santa Blanca in this province. So we're going to go there first. All right. So, and then we're going to clear out Montepunco, the Kingslayer files, get the weapons cases, the accessory cases, the skill points, and the bonus medals. Now, another part of this game is the side missions. And when they come up, I will talk about those. And my intent in terms of recording will be to record in shorter segments than I have before. In both my campaigns on the YouTube channel, I was doing 45, 50-minute recordings. I'm not going to do that. I am going to record pretty much everything I do, but I'm going to have it broken down in segments. I'm going to record specifically when I'm engaged in a main mission. I will record specifically when I'm engaged in a side mission. And then I will I will record when I am just clearing out a province after I have completed all the missions, both side missions and main missions. Then I will clear out the entire province, pick up all the intel that I have not picked up along the way in the main missions and side missions, and in each of the towns, each of the outposts, both Unidad and Santa Blanca, the bases, and also Sicario houses, hideouts. I'm going to clear all that stuff out before I move on to the next province or the next set of main missions. So that is how I'm going to record it. So that way you can, they won't be as long, and you can choose to watch the sequence of events however you want to. So that is my intent. So I'm going to be signing off for now, and I'm going to head over to Montepunco. I don't have a helicopter yet. If I can steal one, I will. So I'm just going to go ahead and tag it and drive over there. I'm going to sign off for now. And for those of you who want to tune in to the adventure, I am going to record my travel to Montepunco until I find a safe house. So, with that being said, I hope to see you along the way at whichever stage of this campaign you choose to be a part of it. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Hoorah and Semper Fi. All right, let's get rolling. We're going to go to Montepunco. Right here. That's not where I want to be. I'm actually going to go... I'm just going to tag that until we find a safe house. So, what do I have? So, here's my deal. I'm coming in looking like a Sicario. I want them to think I'm either a Sicario that's working directly for Santa Blanca or from a rogue intruding cartel. Okay? And so I have some weaponry here from prior campaigns. The 416 with a grenade launcher on it that for an assault weapon. Going to use that. Picked that up from a prior campaign with cartels. And then I have this M40, old school M40 wood stock that I picked up also along the way in my campaigns with the cartels. So, and then I had this 6-shooter Joker pistol I picked up along the way. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and head over there. Should I take the Jeep or the truck? I have to take the Jeep.